Welcome back to another video, and this one I'm going to show you guys how I was able to grow the $100 account to 5k in less than a week. I'm going to show you my trading plan, how I manage my risk, and also an indicator strategy to follow up with the market price rejection strategy, in which I showed in the part 1 and the part 2 and in my previous videos. Don't worry, I'm going to leave the link to part 1 and 2, and also leave the link to that market price rejection video also. This one is just going to be about the indicator strategy that you can use, you can blend with the price action to get the most out of your trade. So without further ado, let's go straight into the video. So as you can see on my trading balance, I have $8. I always advise people to get to up at least $20 to trade. Then if you can go to $20 to $50, but the most required and recommended amounts that you should have in your account should be $100. So you're not going to have issues of you're not going to have any stress trading, no issues of margin calls too early. You're going to be able to hold positions a bit much longer, and just everything is going to be on point with $100. But I know not a lot of people can afford that amount, so you can start from 20, take it to 50, or 50 and take it to 100. But for this video, I'm gonna deposit and make mine $50, and we'll try as much as possible. It can take you a long time to grow it to $100, but once you get to $100, you apply price action on the strategy I'm going to show you now. You are definitely going to be hitting profits most of the time, and very quickly as well, because you can make thousands of dollars in just less than a week. I'll show you all and even more about that on this video. Alright guys, so for my trading plan, my risk management, how I tend to calculate my risk and do all those stuff is I like to tap on this pointer over here with your left thumb, and you use your right thumb to draw across the chart to get the numbers of candles is by the left, which is 66, and the amount of pips or points is by the right, which is what you were seeing over there. So for instance, now let's say we want to place a sell on this V75, and our target area is around these parameters, right? So what I do is we're placing a sell from this region, right? And our target area is we can see it's 20,850 points. So for a one standard lot, that's going to give us how much? I mean, not a one standard lot is too much. For the lowest lot size of 0.001, 20 pips is going to give us $20 or 20,000 points. It's going to give us $20. So I already know I'm going to make $20 if it hits my TP, right? And stop loss is going to be around $7. You can see $8. This is for the lowest standard lot, which that's what a lot of people would do on a small account, which is what I would do on a small account of $50. So you see, I'm only risking 8 is like a minus $10 for $20 profit, which is, it's not too bad. But just because of the scenario we are in, we can enter a bit earlier up there because it's a ranging market, so you can just wait for it to get back there and place in a sell. But as you can see, we are going to make even more money if it sells down to that point. So your TP, you need to have a trading plan. If you have a good trading plan, you're going to hit more TP. Trading plan, take profits, it's all TP. So you see, so definitely you need to have a good trading plan. So that's just how I do my thing. I always make sure I calculate the pips before I go in, so I already know how much I'm risking and if I'm willing to take the risk at all. So make sure you always do that. I've done this video before in the past on how to use this pointer over here. It's easy. Left to just point where you're going to enter from, and the right you can just drag around on your chart to calculate the amount of pips very easily and also very accurate, because it's already done automatically. Hey guys, you can see I made a deposit of $40 plus 8 that was left before, and also I have added the strategy on my chart, in which I'm going to walk you guys through on how to properly use it, and also blend it with the market price rejection strategy. Anyways, but before that, I want you guys to go follow me up on Instagram. I'm now on Instagram, just in case you want to check out my trades, personal lifestyle, just a little bit. You can find all that on my Instagram page. So I'll leave a screenshot on how you can, I think here is at Nasking-Fx, so you can just check that out on Instagram and give me a follow. Yeah, I haven't said that. Let's go straight on how to use the strategy and how to also follow my trading plan, risk management, and all that. That's what we'll be discussing in this video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so clearly on our main chart you can see it's a step index M30 time frame. Mind you, the strategy works for all time frame. Just make sure all conditions are met on that particular time frame before you take an entry. So this one, as you can see, this is on the main chart. We have moving averages. On the indicator windows one, we have the MACD, moving average, and the RSI. Actually, all is in the RSI charts. Then we blended the MACD and the moving average inside the chart, because only on the PC version you're going to have two of the MACD lines. On the MT5 you're just going to have only one signal line, so I added the moving average to complete the other line for us, which of course they do almost the same job. So what you want to do next, you want to go and zoom out a little bit and look for a a consolidating market, something like this right here on step index, as you can see. But a lot of you might not be able to figure out when the market is trying to reverse. That's why we are adding the MACD indicator on our chart. That's going to help us determine the trend, because moving average and the MACD indicator are both trending indicators, so they will help you determine a possible reversal in the market or a continuation too. Those are what the indicators are there for. So for instance, now you can see there's a range there, and that's what we want. You can see it's a possible reversal for a buy, because the market is finding that to break and continue to even another more lower low. So what do we want to find there now on the indicator? So now indicator, if you're not able to find the consolidation in the market, that's why I added the indicator strategy, to help those of you all that don't really understand price action yet, to determine market price rejections. So what you need to look for on the indicator are these crosses at the 10 level of the RSI, and then when you get that cross over there, the red over the blue, you see another cross into here on your main chart, you're going to place a buy at this level. And you can see if you have placed a buy, it's already in profit, which of course I would advise you to close here a bit. And if the market gets to the point you know it's broken the structure, then you can continue to buy to the next higher high over there. So that's basically how the strategy works. Or you can just buy and close your profit at the zero level of the MACD. So that's basically how it works, and vice versa too when you are on a selling market. That's pretty much all you just need to do. Let me look for more trades that we can use as examples. I'll show you guys even much more illustrations. Alright guys, so now for those of you that's going to be using the indicator and you see the market is on the 0 level on the MACD, as you can see there over there, it's not advisable to take a trade at that moment, because you don't really know how to detect market price rejection. There's a consolidation or a breakout. If you don't really know how to do that, you have to use this indicator strategy. But if you already know how to do that, you're going to catch even more opportunity with the price action only. But I just want to do this for everyone, and even those that understand price action to just use this indicator strategy to support that. So that's just what you need. When you see the market at the 0 level, it means the market is probably just ranging and you don't want to go in at that point. Yeah, it works for all time frame, whether 15 minutes, 5 minutes, just follow based on all confirmations. But the way I would advise you to use this strategy most of the time is for you to first identify a range or a consolidation, whatever it is, and expecting a possible reversal, maybe a bullish or a bearish one on your chart first. When you find that out, then you can go over to the indicator and see if the indicator is actually pointing out the same thing. For instance, you are at the higher highs and the market you are seeing a possible reversal for a sell. You check the MACD if it's at the 80 level of the RSI, and if there's a crossing at that line too. If there is, then you can properly take a sell with full confidence that yeah, it's gonna run in profit. But if it does break, no problem. I already have a video about how to properly set stop loss, which I'm gonna also leave in this video description as well. So having said all that, that's basically how it works. I've made a video about this. I've now given you guys the indicator. Let me now show you guys the settings for all strategies. So let's go down. I already gave you guys the setting in the previous video. So up on our main chart, we have two moving averages, 5 and 35, of course. So the 5 one is period 5 and the second one is period 35. We're gonna make it blue color, and yeah, just like that. The second one is 35. Make it red. You say done. That's those two moving averages on our main chart. And now for the indicator windows, one, we have the MACD moving average again and relative strength index. So the MACD, but basically just the default settings of the MACD, didn't really change much, but you can just make the pixel 4 pixel and whatever color you want, say done. And again, the RSI is 14, just default too. You say, but now the levels is a bit different. You can, it's 10 and 80. You can over here, you can just put up a let me say over sold, right? Yeah, over bought, something like that, just for you to know what's going on the chart. And then the last one, which is the moving averages, is a period of 2. Method is exponential. This one is a bit different, so take note guys. Exponential and apply to first indicators data, so you can be very close with that of the MACD signal line. So you click done also, and voila, your chart is gonna be exactly like mine. You can screenshot so you can probably get the settings. Then now for the histogram on the MACD chart is basically when you start to see new indications, like you see all this ranging over there and the crossing signaling for a buy movement, right? Also here for a buy. When you see the new lines popping up on the MACD, then you know definitely that the trend is changing now from a sell trend to a buy. But I advise to just use the signal line and the moving average indicator I gave you up on the MACD charts, to just use that as confirmation, because if you're using the histogram, I noticed that it's going to be late most of the times before you go in and get those entries. So just use the moving average on your main charts and moving average and MACD on the indicator windows one to confirm entries and take positions. Just for instance, now this is a for volatility 75. You can see it's a clear opportunity for us to to analyze this market very easily. As you can see now on the MACD, it's above 80 level, which is overbought, and you can see it's ranging clearly on the main chart. So we can clearly say we have to wait for a crossing here. There is no crossing yet, but even at then, I mean, if you get a crossing there, the moving averages on the main chart are yet to cross. So it's definitely not a good idea to go in now. But I know for sure if the market drops back down to this level, and if it breaks this zone, then the moving averages at the MACD would have crossed, and both the one on the main chart would have crossed. So it's a market that you have to watch carefully and wait for all these conditions to be met, and then definitely the volatility 75 is going to be a sell. Yeah, that's it guys for this video, and on the next one I'm going to show you how I used the strategy to flip this $50 account. We'll see how it goes. You'll see all the challenges we'll have on the way. I'll make sure I show everything on my live account on the next video, so stay tuned if you don't want to miss that out. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one.